Beard Wizard family, welcome back to the show. I'm your host, Beard Wizard Man, also known as Trevor on social media. Links to all of which you're going to find down in that video description below, including ways to support this channel, like clicking that red subscribe button, getting us to 7,500 as soon as possible. I think last I looked, we're like 68, 67 away from our goal. So we're so very, very close. We're going to set our next big milestone after that. Sorry, something is in my eye. So anyway, it's Friday. We usually look at new releases on Friday from content creators and artists we've already reviewed. And Dax released a new one actually 8 days ago. The new releases this week, there's been a few. Hanabia has one out. Unlucky Morpheus has one out. There's a couple of others. I'll save those for Mondays. But Dax was the one because Dax is back rapping. He had said in a song that he probably was retiring from that, and I didn't believe it, but a lot of people have been asking, when's he going to rap again? When's he going to be back? When's he going to get back to rap? Some people aren't liking his new stuff, his country stuff. I still do. I think he's a talented artist all around. Good songwriter, musician, vocalist, everything. But rap is where his primary skill is. And we're going to see it in this one, which is a remix of Dr. Dre featuring Snoop Dogg, the next episode. Dax does a remix of this. We're going to take a look at it, pause as necessary, talk about the music, etc., and so on. If you are in the live stream, say hi. If you're watching that recording, leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. But here we go. This is Dr. Dre featuring Snoop Dogg, the next episode, remixed by Dax. Nobody cares. Work hard. It's Richard. Nobody cares if you're not making it.
Yeah, I'm doing surgery handling these precision cuts with hand speeds that can make your whole heart skip a half beat. My rhythm flows in advanced schemes to keep it vain, music circulating inside and what demand bleeds. I'm in emergency with Pro Tools. I've been able to make a ton of logic and slice through to your mainstream. The vessel I am is autoimmune to popping under pressure from speaking ugly truths. What you thought it was? I'm the rap game preacher. It only takes a couple seconds to disperse this ether. I stay current with the wave, sound off when the speaker misleads youth with their speech, cause at most I fear being responsible for sons who don't ever rise. Can't be no star if your presence never sheds light. No way to see the gravity of what I makes right on the runway, taking off here in plain sight, flying through every remix once I jet like
so much. It's so few places to pause this. Dax's writing is probably, of all the rappers that we review, the best at the double meanings in a lot of his words. Finding creative ways to say more with less, and very precise. Like he opens up talking about the precision of his rap, and it is. You can understand everything he says. You can hear him. It's still fast. It's still great flow, great rhythm, very articulate and precise. And I love that about him because I want to hear what they're saying. I want to hear when it comes to music, when it comes to singing, storytelling, rapping, I want to hear what they have to say. They clearly have a story to tell. And if you can't hear them, if you can't understand what they're saying, then you lose the story. You lose what they're trying to say. And Dax has always been really good at making sure that you get everything. Sometimes you have to listen to it a couple times because he is so fast, and there are often things that you don't catch the first time as far as meaning goes or double meaning, but he's always very precise, and I love that about him.
Never rise, can't be no star if your presence never sheds light. No way to see the gravity of what I makes right on the runway, taking off here in plain sight, flying through every remix once I jet like a G6. My hand cocks the lever to go and I will spit every word on the pads they lock. My key fits, opens doors, rocks boats to the industry seasick. My music's a prefix, I am not of the times, impossible to mimic and not for immature minds, impeccably impartial to rivals, cause I am balanced and all my skills help me survive in this microwave era. Cooking like Betty Crocker, they slurring words like Joe Biden with teleprompters. I sing rap, just went platinum in 2 genres. My wings pan, my reach longer than Wembanyama's. Somebody call the doctor if this.
He's right. Taking those shots at rappers who mumble or slur, who try to. Sometimes I think they're trying to make things rhyme that don't rhyme, and they're trying to fit a beat that doesn't fit. And it is a challenge. Sometimes I write poetry, not often, and I'm not great at it, but that is one of the bigger challenges with me is that I have with it is coming up with creative ways to stick to the rhythm and still say what I want to say. And there are ways to do it and still make sense, or you could just kind of flub it and slur your words and just mumble stuff and still make it through, but it doesn't mean anything. And he often takes shots at that style, and I'm with him there. If it doesn't make sense, it doesn't make sense, and it's not worth it.
Plane never lands, this Negro's crashing out. My life a movie, I duck them like Donald. They can't trump me to fondle my life savings away. Just too late with a dumb groupie. If I'm goofy, show me what's cool. I guarantee you it's probably people acting a fool. Social media misled and got you confused to equate power and impact with a whole lot of views. That's why I don't call myself famous. That shit's played out. My middle finger's pointed at the Hollywood sign. I stay ahead, kept my foot on their neck, slapped them with my third leg. That's why they say they can't stomach the rhyme. Shoulder the burden of real eyes, my brain's working in real time, and I ain't playing a character never wore a disguise. Speaking with alcohol, call it advice, but luckily for you guys, this isn't one of those times. I'm pinpoint.
Oh, and talking about throwing the ads in there, being fake and talking about talking about alcohol and it being an ad, that advice. Again, taking shots at the industry and industry people who oftentimes the music becomes so commercial. The things that they talk about are almost seem like brand advertisements, telling you what kind of clothes to buy or what kind of luxury items you should buy, cars, alcohol, all of that stuff. At some point the music just becomes a commercial. And Dax is always, Dax, Tom, a few others have always been really vocal about the industry being just a bunch of marketing to get you to buy things, and so taking another shot at that.
Brains working in real time, and I ain't playing a character never wore a disguise. Speaking with alcohol, call it advice, but luckily for you guys, this isn't one of those times. I'm pinpoint precise, pointing out all the lies, the smoke and mirrors they use to create criminal minds. Program the youth, remote control the divide. Watch it all on repeat, we currently season 9. Dax being underrated, probably the biggest crime, cause I'm serving life tips and certified hits. My music discography is like therapy with a mix of the greatest poets and rappers and musicians to ever exist. Independently funded, fundamentally sound. Way that I kick rhymes, flip words, my music has no bounds. I know it's a trend to hate on me now, so I'm keeping all the receipts until karma comes back around as Dax.
It may sound like boasting, but he is probably one of the, and I don't listen to rap a ton, but he is definitely one of the more poetic, articulate writers that I've come across. And so that's not bragging. And very good stuff. I'm glad to see him rapping. Hopefully we see more. I like his other stuff too. I really do. I think he's got a good voice for singing, and he's a great songwriter when it comes to, everything from Dear Alcohol to A Lonely Dirt Road and everything in between. But rap is how I discovered him. Rap seems to be where he is the most comfortable, and glad to see him do more. Be sure to go check out his channel and subscribe there. Be sure to subscribe here. We're so very close. Get us over the line at 7,500. We'll set that next goal. Everybody who's here, thank you so much. I see a few of you popped in. I will see you guys all again soon. You have a great one. Much love.